and just a bit of a fuckboy at the time? Like, would you not want to actually find out when it happened? Like when the flock of women happened? Like, does it not matter?
Well,
Who
yeah,
says
it
What does it
matters
have to
if it
do?
happened in the past. If he is currently acting like a fuckboy, yeah, a lot of women, they will see him as, okay, maybe he's not ready for marriage. But if a man has acted like a fuckboy in the past and has decent amount of bodies, but now he's in an era where he is ready to settle down and wife a girl up, protect and provide for her, a lot of women will kind of overlook the previous fuckboy stage.
I don't think
See
it's a
what I
stage.
mean?
I'm gonna be argue. I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't
argue that
overlook
it's not
that.
a stage.
It's just a phase, Mom.
It's not a phase. It's not a phase. It's men.
I'm just kidding.
It's men being men. And honestly, if he's truly established like that, I would say he's still gonna be in this. If it is this, you're gonna argue that it's a phase. He's definitely gonna be at a point in his life where he's successful. What man is gonna be successful in this life and then they're gonna turn down beautiful women around them if they're not in a relationship?
See what I mean?
makes-
Why does my mic keep being turned off by a mod? Can I ask?
Me, because you keep talking over, like every time somebody responds, you start talking. So I've got to mute you so that they can finish talking and then you can talk.
So do you see what I mean with Cadence saying, if there's a successful man, what man's gonna turn down somebody? Yet Cadence said to me before, you can't really be in love with somebody. Yet when this all started, what I was speaking about was the fact that, like, when I met my husband at 17 years old, if his body count had been high, I would have realized that we're not compatible. So my husband is of the same values as I am. So I don't give a shit about money. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. To me, it comes down to values. It comes down to actually like having those same values which you're going to raise your children with. We can build everything together. It doesn't matter who's making more money. Values and morals are the biggest priority, because if you don't have those, good luck to you and your kids. You're screwed.
Britty, I'm just going to introduce the other two people, Boy Toy and McLovin. How old are you both?
I'm 28.
28. And McLovin?
21.
Sorry?
I'm 21.
Okay. Cadence, stop it. I can't take you seriously. Okay, Boy Toy, I'm gonna start with you. What's your response to the prompt?
Sure. I think that caring about someone's body count does inherently make you misogynistic. I would probably go to venture to say it makes you insecure as well. I think that these kinds of things are rooted inherently in systems of p3d0. I don't know if y'all can say that here or not.
Wow.
And I just think it's weird for men to desire women of inexperience. That seems strange to me. A grown adult man. I don't understand that personally. As an adult, I would want to be with an experienced adult. But I guess that's just me.
Do you want to understand?
Can I ask, what about the opposite way around?
What about the opposite way around?
So like I said about myself, what about like
a woman caring about it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think about if anybody does care about it, it's based in misogyny and it's based in insecurity. Yeah, women can be misogynistic too.
Why don't you just say you have a high body count?
Oh,
see, that's exactly what I'm saying. You're judging somebody based on what? Artificial value?
I just
No,
think,
it's pretty official.
So when a woman is when a woman is with a man, it devalues her. So that means the man gives less value to women. So men aren't valuable.
I'm just wondering why you would want to be with somebody who's been in everybody's holes, quite literally. Like, why?
Wow.
That seems odd. It seems more strange to me, and honestly, more like you would say p3d0 or pervyish. I could say to want to be with somebody who's literally been with everybody. Like, I'm sorry, but that's it's creepy. I
don't for people that have experience.
I'm not going to trust somebody who wants to literally be with everybody. Like, I don't know, pick a struggle. You seem like not trustworthy.
So that's like
Like,
a black and white opinion. So you're saying people either have a body count of 1 or 100. There are people who have a body count of 2 or 3,
yeah,
and
and
that's
there's
experience.
yes, but being with everybody, being with 2 or 3 people is not being with everybody. I'm not sure if you know what like everybody kind of seems like a larger group of people, right? Being with
Right, and
like,
you're
you know, 1
assuming
or
that if
2
you
or
have a
3 or
body count,
4
you have a high
people,
one.
well, a good majority of people who
No.
say that body count doesn't matter do have high body counts. I mean, the majority of people
Where's
who
your
talk about
statistic for that? I'd love to find that. I
What's
don't
your
have any
body count?
information. Oh, I have information based on what I'm talking about, but I don't have information based on what Izzy's talking about,
Can I ask what
which
your
is
body
that
count
high
is?
body count means that you are pro
One
or you
second.
are against body
Okay,
count
I'm sorry, but
being
Can
have
I
you
ask
ever
what your
heard
body
have you
count
ever
is?
heard have you ever heard a virgin talking about body count doesn't matter when they don't even know what having sex is like? I'm sorry, I've never
Izzy,
heard a virgin
I
talk
don't
about
go
body
based on
the body
I don't go
count.
based on personal experience. I go based on research and education. So if you want to give me your personal experience, I'm fine with that. But I won't take that as seriously as I take metadata.
Hold on 1 second. You don't use your own critical thinking skills in this life?
Oh, absolutely I do. My personal experience matters to me, but your experience doesn't matter to me when we're talking about an entire group of
Okay,
people.
okay, hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question.
I hope that helps.
Okay. 1 second. Can I ask you a question, boy toy? By the way, how you doing? I'm the
Of
host.
course. I'm doing great.
So you say body. Okay, so first off, you believe you're under the thought that body count doesn't matter. So I'm gonna ask you one simple question. What's yours?
Oh, I would never share that with a stranger on the internet. Thank you, though.
So it does matter to a degree. Okay, cool. Next question.
No, I mean, it's private information that I share with people that I'm
obviously
interested in.
it matters. So it matters to a degree, doesn't it then?
He doesn't have enough time to read off
It's
the number.
NSFW information.
Okay, cool. All right, whatever.
Do you not agree that we're talking about explicit information? Do you disagree that we're talking about something completely allowed?
If you're already talking about explicit information, then why are you getting mad about talking about more explicit information? Like, make it make sense.
Okay, because you guys would judge me for it, whereas I don't judge myself for it. I could say 1 and you wouldn't believe me. I could say 20 and you wouldn't believe me. I could say 100 and you wouldn't believe me. So
all right.
You're going to be judged.
I'm just gonna
what are you going to do with that information?
Okay,
so say I told you my body count was 100. What are you going to say?
No, nothing. I just want to test your consistency.
That's hot.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
So if my body count was 1, then what are you gonna say?
No. If you truly believe body count doesn't matter, you'd have no problem flexing the number because to
No.
you,
That's exactly no. Because I know it doesn't matter. There's no need for me to share it because it changes nothing about my argument. Your argument changes based on body count, but mine doesn't.
It kind of does because you've just proved to me that it matters to a degree because it's personal to you. So therefore, personal things matter, right? There we go. Okay. Now, anyway, moving on to my
to me, but your body count doesn't matter to me.
All right. So
things that matter to me are me. Okay, my body count matters to me. Okay. How does that not make sense to you?
Pardon?
No, but like
your body count doesn't matter. My partner's body count doesn't matter to me. That's what we're talking about.
Doesn't matter in general. Like, I'm sorry, but we're not talking about what. Sorry. We're not talking about. I was just gonna say we're not talking about if body count matters to you. If body count matters, it's just does body count matter, right? In general, it's a general statement. Does body count matter? And I would say like what Ricky said. If it doesn't matter in just a general general terms, then why would it matter to share it? Like, clearly you're embarrassed to share it.
Oh, no, that's because Izzy, did you hear my reasoning is you guys care about that number and you will judge me for it. So I will not taint my argument by sharing that so you can judge me.
Hold on. Why do you care? Hold on, everyone. Shh. Right. So why do you care what a bunch of strangers on the internet think of your body count if it truly doesn't matter to you?
Oh, because we're trying to have a conversation and I'd like to have a reasonable one, but you guys would not be reasonable if I shared that number.
No, we wouldn't. Okay, so because I don't.
You wouldn't.
But no. Listen. I don't listen. I try to treat my guests.
If you don't care, then why are you asking?
Because you turned around and made a statement. It doesn't matter. So I just wanted to test that consistency.
Right.
However, I would like to move on to my next question. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Okay, great, awesome. So now the reason why body count would matter to some. Now I'm going to use this as an example. Do you believe in common denominators?
Such as like least common factors?
Yeah, just a mathematical equation. So for example, if someone's hypothetically got a body count of, let's say 50, okay? Just hypothetically. What I could take away from that is that person has either that person indulges in hookup culture or has had a long string of failed relationships. Now, would I want to personally get myself involved in someone who's had a bunch of long failed relationships? Absolutely not, because they are the common denominator. in that you can't turn around to me and tell me that every single guy that this woman's ever been with has treated her like crap. However, without her admitting that she's at fault to a degree. So you understand where I'm coming from with that, where she becomes the common denominator. It's for example, if I'm hiring someone to come work for me, and they've had, I don't know, let's say 10 jobs in the span of 6 months, am I going to look at this person as a serious candidate? Probably not. 100%, I'm probably not. And that is where my logic would come in with that. So it's
Oh,
got
you're
nothing
so
to
you're
do-
assuming all of those are failed relationships or failed encounters.
No, I'm going to assume
That's
that
an assumption.
no, but I'm going to assume that maybe a third of them are, or just a little over a third of them are.
Okay, so on what premise are you making that assumption? Do you have any statistics that say the amount of relationships that are failed based on somebody's body count? I don't have any research on that.
I was using it as an example, critical thinking. But
Based
yeah, no.
on
If you really want to go into statistics and sources, I can give you some sources based on certain papers that were written about the more higher someone's body count is, the less likely they are to have a happy, stable relationship. So would you like to see those? And we can go through
Yeah,
those.
I'd love to see that.
Okay, so 1 second, I'm going to get my other phone out. But yeah, you guys can resume the conversation while I find the sources.
All good, guys. I'm gonna head out. I have to take care of some things before things get busier for me. I appreciate the conversation. Brittany, it was no personal vendetta with you there. I was just vocalizing my ideology and thoughts. What's up?
Yeah, we're all good.
Very well.
See you later, Cadence.
Have a great night.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Cadence. Appreciate it. Okay, sources. Here we go. Debate sources. Okay, so if you want to look at so so we've got PubMed here, which is which did a paper on relationships and divorce rates. We can take a look at that. We can take a look at hold on. The Institution of Family Studies. We can take a look at that. They did a paper on sexual behavior.
Ricky, while you're pulling that up, do you mind if I ask Boytoy a question?
Of course you can.
Yeah, what's up?
Boytoy, why do you think that the panel would judge you?
Because in every other panel that I've been with, they judge people for sharing their body count when they say that they aren't going to do that. Without fail, 10 times out of 10. Nobody has
no
yet
personal
to share a body
information on you,
count.
so why does that matter?
I'm sorry?
We have no personal information on you. We don't have a picture of you, your name, so why does it matter? You're just someone.
Because I
in
think that you will
cyberspace,
use
so-
that information against me no matter what answer I provide. And I would not like to taint my argument by providing you that information.
Well,
But I come with the standpoint. I come with the standpoint that if people come on here, and I'm not going to lie, my opinion is kind of based at women. If women come on here and they say that that body count doesn't matter, and then they refuse to give their body count, that tells me that it's quite high. And that's why they think it doesn't matter.
Oh, no,
and that's
no,
why they also won't reveal it, because they subliminally are embarrassed of it, and they are worried that we're going to judge them.
You couldn't be more wrong. I'm not sharing it because to you, the audience I'm speaking, you hold value on this number where I don't. So I don't want to give you this number that you hold value to, because you're going to change my argument based on that number, where I believe my argument should not change based on that number. So if I don't provide you that number, you cannot demean my argument for having it. Does that make sense to you?
You have data to back up your point of view.
Is that clear or is that not clear?
I think more judgments are being made by you right now because you just assume we're like every other panel. You're literally judging us, assuming we're like everybody else.
I am judging you to assume you're like everybody else. You haven't proven to me you're not.
Sorry, go ahead, Brittany.
Did you hear my argument on this? Like, I don't care about anybody else's body count. Like, to me, people can do what they wish. The only time that I cared about body count was when it came to, like, my husband.
Your husband.
Yeah. I've never given a stuff. People can do what they want, and I'm not judging. I don't care. That's their life. To me, when it came to my husband, I met him when I was 17. I know that my body count at that time was low. His body count needed to be low. Otherwise, like, if his body count was high, I wouldn't have pursued a relationship with him, just because of my own values and what I was looking for.
Right. What's your point?
So for me, I don't care who's slept with who or how many people they've slept with. I ain't judging shit. I don't care. That's up to everyone and themselves.
But I think the point of the prompt is, does body count matter when pursuing a relationship? Not as in everybody else in society. So if you're trying to find like the love of your life, your partner, who you are going to spend the rest of your life with, does body count matter then?
Right. In that situation, then I would say that nobody on this panel needs my body count. If we're making that argument, then why would we need my personal body count? We don't. So I would not provide it. Do you want my social security number as well, or my personal phone number?
I don't think you need to.
Honestly, the fact that
honestly,
social security in there with your body count is ridiculous, because your social security, you can be personally identified, and people in your country can find out who you are.
Do you take everything so literally, or is sarcasm just something that just rolls right off?
No, but you've used two things that are
right. So I said, would you like my social security and my phone number?
Who asked for that?
You're the one being
I laughed about it. You took it not as a joke, which is apparently on me. So that was a joke, CD. I'm so sorry that we took that seriously.
It wasn't
clearly.
Stop being so like defensive. Can you just have a conversation?
I'm only matching the energy.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, Molly, if you slept with every single person on the planet, I would not give a fuck. Like, genuinely, it's not my life, and I do not care what you do. Like, I'm talking about something that matters to me as a person. And I feel like that's what Brittany is also talking about, what matters to her as a person. And we're all giving our personal preferences on what matters to us. And I think that because the whole point of this prompt is that just because that matters to you, that does not make you insecure or misogynistic. I think that can matter. You can have a preference and not be called all these labels that society wants to put on you for having a preference. And you came in hot here when you first came up saying that it's giving like p3d0 and everything else. Like, I don't think so. I think it's totally fine to not want somebody. People have great worries. People have worries about STDs. People have worries about like, why has this person slept with so many people? These things, people are human beings. These things go through their minds, and it can like stray somebody from wanting to sleep with somebody with multiple partners. And you know what? If you just want to play it safe and, be with a person that you think might be, maybe get the same kind of like count as you or whatever, then that's fine. And it's a preference, and preferences are okay. Preferences should not be not okay. Like,
can I say something? I think what you're saying is that what matters to you is like faithfulness and like successfulness of relationship. I don't think anything of that has to do with body count. You care about sexual health and safety. But like, you don't actually care about the number. You care about if that person is safe, if that person is going to be monogamous with you.
I think it directly correlates, because the more smecks you have with different people,
but
the higher chance. Wait 1 second. The more like smecks you have with different people, the higher of a chance you have of getting STDs. The higher of a chance you have of failed, like multiple failed relationships. Like, if I look at a man and he's told me he's been with like 50 women in the past 2 years, I'm gonna be like, is this guy really taking me serious? Like, is this guy really gonna take me seriously, or am I just another notch on the belt? I'm not gonna. I think the number does really give a good like perspective on how serious that person is, and I'm a person who wants a long-term relationship.
Sure. I think what you're saying though is that body count isn't the thing that matters. You're saying it correlates, but the thing that matters to you is all of those.
All right, 1 second. So I'll try to get a word in.
Oh, in the middle of my sentence, but cool.
Yeah, I know, but like I've been trying to get a word in, and I am the host, so yeah. So I wanted to come back with the study for you, please. So according to the the Institution of Family Studies, and the paper is titled Counter-Terrorist Trends Between the Link.
I'm sorry, what was that? The first word of the study.
Okay. Joe, would you like me to just show it to you? So
yeah, bring it up. It's easier.
I'll pull it up on my computer.
Okay. Who can bring it up? Sorry. Who wants to bring it up? The study.
Oh, I haven't got a second phone. Can you not just take that green screen down?
I can, but that means I'd have to screenshot the whole fucking thing.
Just send it to me. Okay. I can send it to me on Discord.
It's on Discord. It's on debate sources. The tab.
Okay.
On there.
Okay, I'll grab it. 1 second.
So yeah, I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read off a couple of things from here, if that's okay with you. It goes into a what do you call it? Women with 10 partners are more likely to divorce only because of unhappiness due to relations. Women from 3 to 9 body counts are less likely to, however, they do divorce. Women who have had 0 to 1 partners before getting married are the least likely to divorce. And this is
You're saying that the amount of relationships people have relates to their divorce rate?
Yeah, that's
The
basically
amount of bodies relates to the divorce rate.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
a man's whole objective is to mitigate risk when he's making a big decision, and finding
Just
the
a
person
man's?
you want to marry is a big decision. So yes, a man's going to mitigate risk.
Not women. Women don't do that.
Women
That's
do
just
do
a
that,
male gender
but just
thing.
not at the level that a man does.
This-
And
That's
this
where
is-
misogyny comes into what we're saying, is that it only matters for men.
okay,
It
let's
doesn't
not talk
matter the
about
same way.
misogyny, but
Well, you were
all right,
being
first off-
misogynistic.
all right,
men
first
hold
off-
the access
not
to marriage and
Okay,
relationships.
so first off, I just want you to do one thing. Can you give me a definition of the word misogyny?
Sure.
I'd ask you to spell it, but it's already on the screen. But yeah. So come on, can I have your definition of the word misogyny? And you've gone on.
No, Boy Toy's gone to look it up. That's why.
Yeah, I know she's gone to look it up. I know.
Yeah, of course. Why would I not look it up?
So why are you using words
because
that you
keep
don't know
using-
how to describe?
Oh, you're asking for a definition. I'm not a dictionary, but a dictionary is a dictionary, so I can read that to you.
Okay, well, no, because you're dishing out a word that you don't know the meaning of. So
Can you give us what you
Merriam-Webster
meant? What can you
defines
just give us what you
misogynistic
meant?
as feeling or showing or characterized by hatred of prejudice against women of or relating to being misogynistic. Is that what you wanted?
Okay, so
Because
my
that's what
question.
you asked
that
for.
there's-
Okay, so
You didn't
so my
ask for
question-
my personal definition, which I don't
Okay, so
have one. I have a
my
dictionary definition.
question. Okay, so my question to you would be: how have I displayed any forms of misogyny on this panel, considering the fact that all the moderators who have been in here, apart from Cadence, have actually all been females? So there we go.
Right. So women are not exempt from being misogynists or misogynistic. Host, I haven't heard you.
No. I haven't
personally.
asked. No. We're not talking about them. I'm talking about me. So you've turned around.
Right. I don't think you have personally, host. I don't
But you-
think you personally
didn't
have said
you-
anything misogynistic. It was other women that have said things that are misogynistic.
So why did you point that at me for when you said?
No, I
think
didn't mean to do that.
Love, Ricky.
I
think
didn't mean to do
Love
that.
said something over you.
Is
Love
it
Dove and you
me?
spoke at the
Okay,
same
okay.
time, and then I
Whoa.
think
No
Ricky
worries.
said it to Love Dove.
No
Okay,
worries.
I think if, like, for instance, if someone on the panel said, I think I hate that woman because she has a high body count, I think that would be misogynistic. I think
Blatant.
saying
Covert.
I think
Obvious.
saying like, ew, that woman is absolutely disgusting because she has a high body count and she's gross, that would be misogynistic. But simply saying I have a preference for body count can in no way be misogynistic, because the definition you just read off, how does that even fit in the definition that you just said?
I can tell you if you'll let me. Will you?
Sure, go
Okay.
ahead.
So because body count is based more towards women than it is men in general, not you specifically, Izzy, not Brittany, not anyone specific on this panel. In general, body count is put more heavily on emphasis on women. That is misogynistic. So when women cater to things that are patriarchal of nature, it can come across as misogynistic because you're catering to men's preferences.
Are men and women different?
I didn't hear that in your
Oh my,
definition.
of course
I
they're
didn't
different.
hear. No, but I didn't hear in your definition where it said that women who cater to men's preferences fall under the term of misogyny. Like, even in the definition you gave, it never said anything about that. So I don't know. Like,
No,
even in
yeah,
your-
because in a patriarchy, things cater to men, therefore they do not cater to women.
So does that mean? But how does catering to, like, a man's perspective? Like, let's say like this guy says something and I'm like, yeah, I really agree with it. How does that freaking make me misogynistic just because I agree with him? That would literally
Izzy,
have
no,
to
no, no.
be-
It's
like,
not
no,
personal.
wait,
It's
wait,
not
I'm not-
personal.
Wait, I'm
It's
not
not
finished,
you.
though. I'm just giving an example, right? So
You are not a
No,
misogynist.
I know, but in the definition you gave, right, it said a hate and a dislike, or, like, I don't know, like an aversion essentially to women, right? Like, in a sense, right? That's misogynistic, right? But how is just agreeing with like a maybe a concept that's more like accepted by men misogynistic, when that's neither a hate nor a dislike for somebody just because they're a woman? That makes absolutely no sense. Like, even comparing your definition to what I just said makes absolutely no sense.
Right,
Like,
because inherently there's nothing misogynistic about what you just said. That's the difference. Body count inherently is misogynistic when it's emphasized just on women. If we're being all inclusive, then no, the answer is not. If it's based on preferences because you want a monogamous relationship, you want schmexual health to be preferred, not about body count. Those things aren't about body count. They correlate to body count, like host said. We found correlations, but it's not about body count specifically. Body count specifically is used as a tool against women to make them less promiscuous
Yeah, but
and less valuable.
do you know why that is? Do you know why that is?
why you want women to be less promiscuous? Yeah, that goes back to my video example.
Biology.
No. Fucking hell. What the fuck is
Oh,
this?
then what is it?
Okay, so no, because you asked the question of why it's put so much emphasis on women compared to men.
Yeah, I have plenty of studies to back that up as well.
No. I'm asking you if you know why that is, though.
If I know why men care about women's body count more than women care about men's body count?
Yeah. Do you know why?
I already said it's based in p3d0.
Because, okay.
What?
Okay. No, it's not. But okay. So, for example,
Do you have a substantial evidence to support that claim? Because I do.
Do you have substantial evidence to support that claim? That was
About
absurd.
P3D0?
How is
Absolutely.
that a
No, he's
P3O behavior?
Absolutely.
Okay, so obviously, what about women who care about body count? So, for example, there's many reasons why women would care about body count. Number one, maybe they're from a religious conservative family. I don't think that's installed in any kind of misogyny or any kind of insecurity. That's just what she believes in. She's a God-fearing woman. Fair enough.
That's what I said to Izzy. When it has nothing to do with those things, it's not misogynistic because it's not actually about body count.
Obviously, the body count would matter to someone who's waiting till marriage. So there we go.
The body count in that is what it correlates all that data to you. What you actually care about it, like we've inferred, is monogamy and sexual health.
The majority of
another reason why one would care. Another reason why one would care would be due to it would be honestly a conflict of compatibility. So, for example, if someone values intimacy and someone uses it as a casual hookup thing, obviously the chances of those two being compatible with each other is going to be next to none. And as long as you're respectful about it and be like, look, you like to do this, you like to sleep around, and cool, do what you want, but I'm not. That's not a bit of me. I'm sorry. I'm moving on. And there's no problem with that. However, you would turn around and call that person insecure, or you would call that person a misogynist. So again, that's where you're kind of wrong with that. However, there is another guest on the panel who I do not want to keep waiting. So Kay, can I just please get your age and your opinion on the prompt, and then we'll open the panel back up. Okay.
I am 25. I'm sorry, I have allergies. I feel like I'm gonna choke. I'll answer the prompt really quick, and then I'll blow my nose.
Okay, sure.
Caring about someone's body count doesn't make you misogynistic or insecure. If it's your preference, that's okay. I think if you don't want to be with someone who has a high body count, that's fine. But if you don't care about that kind of thing, that's also fine. I just believe that people should have autonomy over their own body, and people who should be able to make a choice in who they want to be with and marry. That's it.
Okay.
For
Thanks
now.
for that. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
So boy toy, you turn around and you're comparing men who care about body count to P3DOs. Again, that is a very wild claim. So I would like you to just kind of elaborate on that.
Right. So I think that especially the emphasis on women being virgins and hairless and young, that sounds like a child to me.
No one said hairless.
Right, but that's
Did anybody
usually the
say
preference.
any of that?
Obviously, when you're talking about
things.
virginal women, usually they're prepubescent. I don't know about you
Are
guys,
you
but
kidding me?
yeah,
Really?
That's two different things. Like I
we're
understand
talking about
what you're saying
virgins.
about like guys being attracted to girls with big eyes and blonde and tiny. Those are different than virginity and body count, though.
Right,
That's like a
preference.
totally
So
different
you
thing.
think every girl gives it up at 12 years old?
Absolutely
And the
not. I
prompt
said the
also
majority of
doesn't
virginal
say-
women are prepubescent, meaning the opposite of that.
Okay,
And that's fine, but the prompt
That's not
also
true.
doesn't say,
Sometimes
is it
people don't even-
misogynistic?
The
The prompt doesn't say, is it misogynistic to only want virgins? It doesn't say that. It says body count. So that could be 3. That doesn't
I'm
mean
so sorry. Were
a-
you requesting someone have a high body count or a low body count?
No, I wouldn't want my partner to have a high body count.
Right. So I'm going to assume low, and then on that basis, I'm going to assume 0, which is virginal.
See,
Wouldn't
but why
you
have
Does
go-
that help?
assumed
Wouldn't you
0?
be a
How have
virgin
you
at
got to
25?
0?
At like
30
12
years
years old.
Sorry, can I say something?
Some
Why is your
people
mind
go to puberty
automatically
at like
going
9
to-
years
Wait,
old.
hello, 1 second. You do realize that there are adults who, don't have SMEX. Maybe they just want to wait. Maybe they have other reasons for not wanting it. Maybe they're not ready yet. And there's a lot of adults actually, especially in different cultures in the world, who do not have SMEX at young ages and lose their virginity at young ages. And they are full-grown adults that are virgins. They do
Is
exist.
that your
And they're, like,
experience? Because I
actually-
have a study that says the
there is-
opposite.
There is
Most
actually. Wait, so
of
you're
the
saying
people
there's no
that
such
I
thing?
know.
Wait, 1 second.
Do
Kay,
you
there's-
want me to give you
you're
my
saying-
study?
You're saying there's no such thing as an adult virgin woman.
Absolutely not. That's not what I said. I said most
Okay, no,
most
but that's my
women that are
point.
virgins
Wait.
are children.
Wait,
That's my point.
Yeah, okay, obviously, yes.
Right, obviously.
But we're not.
A child
but
is not
we're
a
not
woman.
talking. 1 second though, we are not talking about children here because the majority of the people on this panel who are debating this obviously do not like children. We just want people with a low body count. Like, God forbid, like that's creepy as hell to always turn it into something p3d0-ish. That's weird.
You
Right.
can have-
Okay, so
you can-
52% of women have had sex by 18. So if you want a virgin, 50% of your chances have gone away now that she's an
You
adult.
just said.
Guess
wait,
what? Those other 50% of women
Right.
are high value to the men that are actually looking
Oh,
to marry
high
them,
value
that
based on
actually
what?
keep their virtue.
That's a pretty
Those
high
women that
statistic.
actually keep their
High
virtue
value.
and display discipline.
So a man entered a woman and devalued her? That's crazy.
Women
Most of the
also
people-
get married.
most of the
a lot
people that
women
I know
also
were
get married
virgins
at
out of high
Guys,
school.
guys.
I'm really glad I
a
can
lot-
hear you
Everyone
when y'all talk
talking at the
once.
same time is not working. It's not working.
lot-
If you hear someone talking, just wait a minute.
I was just gonna say a lot of women also get married at a young age. Like in a place that
That's
I
not
grew
true,
up
and I'll
in.
find that out as
Hey,
well.
hush. Actually, I'm giving you like 1 second. A lot of women where in the place that I grew up in were getting married at like 18. Mind you, two people the same age as them. Other 18-year-olds or like a 19-year-old, whatever. I'm not saying they're getting married to old men.
Izzy, I don't care about your
Getting-
personal experience.
I don't give
I
a fuck
don't
that you
care.
don't. I don't give a fuck that you don't
I care about
because I'm going
research
to
and statistics.
I don't give a fuck because I'm going to share it anyways. At the end of the day, I'm not here for like what you care about and what you don't care about. I don't give a fuck. So
You're
I'm going
saying
to still
things that
share
are
it.
wrong. You
Well,
are
that doesn't-
wrong when
you
you
can
say the
think- you
majority
can
of women
think-
marry young. You're
I
wrong
didn't
when you
say
say
the
that.
majority. Oh my god, I didn't say the
You
majority
did.
of married. Did I say the majority? Someone, you know what?
You
You
said the
did.
majority
Shut the
of
fucking
women
gas
have
up.
sex. She said the majority of women
You
have
said the
sex
majority of women have sex by the time they're
before
18.
18.
All I
Yes.
am saying is that there are women who are 18 who are also married and waited till they were married. That is all I'm saying. I never said a
Most
majority,
women
I
are
never
not
said
married
anything.
until
And you're not-
31, Izzy.
And you're not going to fucking gaslight me to say I said something
Most
that I didn't
women
say.
are virgins out of high school. in my
Most women are not
experience.
married until 30. That's the average age of women getting married, Izzy. Women do not get married as young as they used to. We're not marrying children. 18-year-olds can be married, but they're more likely virgins.
And I never said it was the majority, you dumb fuck.
You literally
Why do you
did.
think
I
men
would
are
not
backing
gaslight
out of
you.
marriage?
Jesus Christ.
Why do you
heard
think
you
men
say
are
it, I would
backing
not
out of
gaslight you.
marriage? Because women
Right,
don't hold their
guys,
first.
can you guys just stop talking for 2 minutes and let Guy Hannah speak? How old are you, Guy?
I am 44 as of May
Okay.
1st.
Lovely. What's your opinion on the
There's a lot of banter going on, and there's really simple reasons about why the young generation, like my son, care about body count because he's 27. It's simple. Nobody wants to figure out who the baby's for. Like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason why nobody wants a lady with a high body count, because nobody wants to figure out who the dad is. And secondly, when you live in towns, especially like small towns, like where I'm from, like New Orleans, when you live in small towns, everybody knows that you with a girl with a high body count. They're like, dude, you know what I did with her last night? And you taking her out to steak? I did it for free. Like, that's really the reason. Like,
Judging
all
the
that
shit out of that
other-
woman.
And there's so many more
Yeah,
options.
like-
There's so many
like
more
all that-
options.
We
widely
don't
all
judge
that,
men the same
uh,
way. We do not judge men the same way.
Can I say?
Can he
Can I say
finish
one
his
more thing?
point?
My
I'm
goodness.
gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna let you tell me all the statistics. Look, you don't have to be about all the statistics and all that stuff. It's just simple. You don't want to take that chick home to mama or your dad or your grandma. Like, it's really just that easy, bruh. And another thing, this is our last point. Another thing is the average girl has sex by 17, right? Smex has sex by 17. So in this day and age where we have the free, what's it called? Free sexual marketplace or whatever, it's kind of hard to find a girl with a V card. But like, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Here come the statistics.
Here they come.
Shiny Pokemon.
I think
I
that
mean,
there's
if you
also
actually
so
want
many
them.
there's so many options available for men now. Like that's why we see
men traveling to other countries where girls are keeping their traditional values more because of the internet. Like back in grandpa and grandma's day, there wasn't the internet. So there was only the same people that they seen in town every single day. It was the same 20 girls that were pretty and the same group of men that were chasing them for years and years and years, went to elementary, then middle, then high school with. And now with the internet, like there's a sea full of people that you can be in a relationship with. So I think that it's tough pickings. Like if you want to find a good man, you're gonna have to be submissive, be what they're telling us on these lives every single day.
That's
And-
literally crazy. That you
No,
you
we're
want to do
literally-
whatever you want to do, but don't tell other women they have to do that.
Boy, Toy,
I don't-
what's literally
I'm not saying
crazy
they have to
is
do
that
anything.
men are telling you that they do want virgins, and you automatically go to P3DOs.
Right.
That's creepy.
Yeah, that's
no,
weird.
men
average
are
That's
coming
woman-
out of marriage. Men are not getting married anymore because no woman keeps her virtue past the age of 18 years old.
What about a man's
and then
virtue?
they get passport bros, and then they go overseas to actually find some virgins. Men care about a woman's virtue, and that does not make them a P3DO.
No, it
that's
doesn't
disgusting.
inherently.
That's
And it's
what I
not
really
saying
don't
that
care.
women have to do anything.
Wow.
Women have the choice to do anything. I'm glad that we have the
Obviously,
choice.
the choice
But
alone
you
doesn't
have
make
the
him
choice.
a P3DO.
If you have the choice to be a stay-at-home wife, you have the choice to go to work, you have the choice to get married, you have the choice not to get married. But the whole point of the feminist movement was to give women the choice. The ones that are working and grind hard, boss babes, should not be looking down at the stay-at-home wives and the ones that want to just be homemakers. And the homemakers
That is
shouldn't be
beautifully
looking
said.
down on the boss babes.
But they are.
that is
You're
beautifully
demeaning
said.
women
That
who
is-
are doing the things that you are
I'm not.
doing.
I never said that. I said that
hasn't got to
I'm saying
speak for a
guys are
while.
telling us what they want. Men are
Brett-
telling us what they want.
Brett hasn't gotten a
So
chance to
you
speak
either
to-
listen or you
Hello?
don't. And if you want to find a good man, they're saying these things to us, and you don't have to do it. Don't do it. I don't care. That doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm engaged to be married in December. Like, I'm straight. But if you want a man, you're going to have to kind of meet 50-50 in the middle. You're not gonna get all
That's
the
crazy.
things of a modern woman and then get a traditional man. It's not how it works.
You enjoy your
Okay,
traditional
Britt,
marriage.
go ahead.
I'd like to know how he knows that you can't find a virgin online unless that's what he's looking for. So literally said that like
Because
you
he's got a
can't find them.
27-year-old son who probably talks to his father about these things and confides.
Yeah, my son tell me everything about the girls in his
Oh.
world, in his 27-year-old world, and he's like, it's tough out here because they
Because
got
he's
like
looking
1,000
for a
bodies by the
virgin.
time they're 25. I don't know what he's looking for. I guess he's not looking for somebody that like I'm gonna make fun of, because I am gonna make fun of her.
I'm
if she got,
imagining
like,
his
1,000
record is
bodies.
squeaky clean. Is his record squeaky
I'm
clean?
sorry.
Does he have a squeaky clean record, or is he being a hypocrite?
How many bodies
Nobody
does he
said it
What is
have?
a
has to be
squeaky-
zero.
what is
You've
this-
got a really
No one
weird
said it had to be
fascination with
zero.
virgins.
I brought up
Yeah,
when I
he-
first. Okay,
Yeah.
let me say
Maybe
this
you're
so
the
clearly.
weirdo.
No. Let me say
Maybe
this
you
so
are the
clearly.
weirdo.
I came into this live and said 2 to 3 as a body count, and then you guys were going upwards of 5 and 50. So yeah, I brought mine down to 1 to 0 because 2 to 3 was not happy with you guys. You guys did not like that.
Who
5
says
and 50?
53? Mine is 4.
Technically,
and
the
nobody on this
host-
panel has
Host told
ever.
me that 2 to 3 is too many. So I
No,
went
the
back to
study
0 and
said
No, I
1.
didn't.
The
No, I
study
didn't.
said
Host
if they
said
had
that to
more.
me.
Personal, that's his personal preference. Like, hello.
It's the host's
And
lie.
Izzy,
Everyone
he
go off
didn't
what the
do that.
host.
All right, everyone
Izzy,
shut
he
up.
didn't
Study
even do
says
that.
10. The
All right,
study
everyone shut up a second. Sorry, just to clarify, I did not say that by any means. Did I ever say that having a body count is 3 is too many? No way in hell did I say it. I want to say it again. I'll say it out loud. I did not say that. This woman is making shit up.
Yeah.
Tell you what you said.
Yeah,
What you
definitely
said
did
was
say
when
that.
I brought up 2 to 3 body counts, you said that person could still have been promiscuous. They could still be unhealthy. They could still have all these things.
never
No, I
heard
didn't.
any
You
of that.
did.
That's
You
what
condemned
said.
the person for
I
having
never
2 to
heard
3.
any of that either.
Well, I
You
heard
literally
Ricky
did.
say that more if you have more than 10 bodies, then you'll
file for divorce for unhappiness.
You
And
told me you
under
wouldn't
Yeah,
judge me
that's
if
what
I
I
had 2 to
heard.
3 body counts.
No, I didn't.
You
No,
said that.
we all said we wouldn't judge you for it. You
For
came in here
anything.
saying
He
we
was
were gonna judge
judgmental
you.
on a hypothetical 2 to 3 body count.
I didn't
Boy
say that.
toys now.
I want to ask Kay a question if I can.
Crazy that you backtrack.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
He didn't
Okay.
say it. He didn't backtrack. You're talking shit.
Crazy that you're making crap up.
No, yeah, I'm just making it up because that's
Yeah,
what you
you
are all the
are.
time,
You
right?
literally
Is
are.
providing just garbage and gaslighting, right?
You're
If that's what I'm
lying.
doing, why am I here?
I
You're
don't know,
absolutely
sweetheart. Why are
gaslighting.
you?
I think
I'm not a
you're
moderator.
right.
If I'm gaslighting and giving false information, you should kick me from your live for
I
violating
don't think
community
that you should be
guidelines.
upset. I
You
think that
are
you
here.
are. You should
But
be
I'm
happy
not.
that you live in the modern day society where you're able to do anything you want and not.
Did I
get
say I was
blamed for it.
ungrateful? Never.
But you're
Am I
saying
not
it like
ungrateful?
if we aren't in the time of the days where we can literally do whatever we want. Like we've come so far and you still sound upset and angry for
I'm
what?
saying the number that somebody has of a body count does not matter. What's the difference between somebody having a body count of 12 and a body count of 17?
Nobody
There
said
isn't
that it
anything.
matters.
Yes, you are. You guys are saying the number
You know why
matters.
it really doesn't matter? You know why it really doesn't matter? Because people can lie. There's no way that you can tell.
Exactly.
There's no
It
way
doesn't
that
matter.
you can actually tell. So I think that it really doesn't matter. You can think
Right.
that it matters. You could hope that your partner is being truthful, but at the end of the day, like nobody really knows what's up.
What you guys
but-
care about
yeah,
is
but-
honesty, monogamy, and sexual health. You do not care about body
Hold on,
count.
hold
The
on,
number
hold on, hold
is
on.
just like
Hold
Kay
the
said, you
front
can't
door.
prove it.
Hold the front
can't
I
door.
prove
think
it.
it's
You're a
for
woman
yourself.
telling-
It's for yourself. If you were raised in a
1 second. Hold the front door a second. Okay, so this whole thing about being dishonest about your body count. So number one, I'm a very firm believer that the truth eventually comes out. And if I find out that my partner was lying to me for how many years, yeah, she can GTF out the door.
Yeah, being a liar is worse than having a high body count. That again is what correlates,
Yeah, but
not
you've just
causes.
you've just basically implied that, oh well, what if she lies? Like, oh, did she lie? She's gone. Goodbye. Where's
No, if she lies to you, you should leave her, not because she has a high body count. If she lies, then that's the reason to leave, not the body count.
Oh no, both
What
of
the
them are
hell?
reason to leave.
think
Both
a
of them are
liar is
reason to
And
leave.
as well, boy
At
toy,
the
you
end of
haven't
the day,
actually
people
asked
lie
the
all the
opinion
time.
of people on the panel. So my
I think
opinion
having
is
a
that
low
it does
body count is
matter.
for yourself. I think having
I think that body count does matter because I think for men it shows their intention and what they see that woman for. Is she just another conquest? Is she a possible relationship? Whatever. And then with women, I think it correlates because I think it can indicate self-esteem issues. It can indicate self-respect and like what she sees herself as and what she sees her sort of purpose on this planet as.
Right. So
So
you
I do care
value
about that.
those things, not body count. Why don't
I
you just
don't.
ask somebody those
Because
things
body
in
count
person?
directly.
Are you fucking half?
You can.
Come on.
I think that it matters for yourself.
Telling somebody
Your
a body
body
count
count
is not the
matters for
only way to
yourself.
figure out if someone is insecure or finding out if they're going to be respectful or
Or do
honest.
you think
That body
somebody's
count
going to
is
say
not.
to you on a first date, "Oh, I'm actually really insecure about myself. I hate my body,
No, that's
and
something
I
you
need
learn about
somebody."
them instead of just asking
That's
them for an
between
objective
you.
number
That's
that means
between
nothing.
you and God and your therapist and your doctor. Those are the
CD,
four
if we're
people.
on a first date and I ask you for your body count, that I think would be rude enough for you to leave the date. Why on earth would I
On the
ask you
first
that?
date, of course, but I think the fact that you've argued it so hard and then you've mentioned wild words like p3dos and then you've gone
Yeah,
into virgins, like you making
right.
up
That's
that
the
the host
argument.
said that 3 was a high body count is absolute bollocks.
He said 3 was still
Because
able to be promiscuous and
No, I
unhealthy.
didn't. Stop lying.
no, he
Stop
didn't.
lying. You're lying now.
Why would I make that shit up?
I'm not
I have
having you
no,
lie
Because you're
on
an
I have
my name.
idiot.
no beef against you, host.
You're not.
If
No,
that's
no, no,
not
no.
what
You're
you
making.
said, then
You're
fine.
making. So you're making.
If that's
this
not
shit
what you
up. I'll
host,
tell
if
you
you
now.
don't believe
Right. The reason why you're making this shit up now is because number
you're
one, you're
not.
kind of. You are making this shit up because I never said that, and I've clarified that I haven't said that a bunch of times. And if you keep implying that I said these things, then I'm just gonna end up crashing out.
No, I'll just drop her before you crash out because we all know that she's
Right.
here lying.
If you guys
Are you done,
I
host?
haven't been dropped.
You don't know why you haven't been dropped. Do you know why you haven't been dropped? Because believe me, a couple of my mods.
Opposition isn't the
Host,
bad
if you don't
thing.
believe that, that's fine. But I want you to know that I heard that from you.
Listen, okay, you're gonna keep over talking me.
If you don't believe it, that's fine.
So, okay, you keep over talking me. So you're telling me about yourself that you just have no respect or you have no impulse control. So yeah. So curiosity, do you have a partner? Just out of curiosity. You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Host, you can believe whatever you believe, and if you believe that 2 to 3 is not a high body count, I believe you.
I feel like I've been very respectful to you since
I believe you.
I haven't cussed you, I haven't raised my voice at you, I haven't really swore at you. And yeah. Okay, so again, I don't believe that. So at the end of the day, I was reading off the study that says that I never said that. I was quoting the study.
Okay, great. We clarified that, host. Congratulations, it's over now.
Okay.
Do you see how that works? I mean, it was a miscommunication at best.
May I have an apology? May I have an apology?
Why do I need to apologize to you? You don't need to apologize to me.
Because you just said on a panel of people that he said that your body count was high, and that's why you changed your whole argument to virgins.
No. That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
I remember everyone saying specifically, we would not judge you on this panel.
Right, I do too.
Body count.
I do too. And when I hypothetically mentioned having a 2 to 3 body count, what I heard was apparently not what the host wanted to say or did say. So that was a miscommunication, or I'm losing my fucking mind, and you guys are saying things that I'm not hearing.
You never even made a 2 to 3 correlation. You said it wouldn't matter if I told you. No, wait. You said it wouldn't matter if I told you I had 100 people. You would still judge me. It wouldn't matter if I told you 1, because then you would say that we didn't believe you.
And then after that, I said 2 to 3, and then I said 5, and I said 100, and I said 50.
No, you didn't. You literally said 100 or 1 or none. Those were literally the numbers you were using, because you said regardless of if you had 100 or if you had 1, we wouldn't believe you anyways, or we would judge you. So I'm sorry that maybe you had a side conversation happening in your mind, but it wasn't happening here.
So did you see how easy it was for me and the host to clear up things and not continue to make things up?
Well, I mean, we didn't clear things up because you didn't.
You did. You clarified what you said, and we're moving on.
Yeah, and you haven't apologized to me for getting it.
I don't need to apologize, neither do you.
Well, yes, you do, because you made a false allegation against me.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes.
You did.
No. It was easily clarified.
I would just apologize. Whatever. I got a question for Kay. So.
Do you really need an apology?
Passport bro thing.
That would be an insecure thing.
We weren't talking about it anymore.
No, it wouldn't. No. The apology wouldn't be insecure. It would be more of you owning up to your mistakes and taking accountability.
Yeah. But she's not going to do that, babe, because we've already figured out. Like we've figured out a bit, babe. Let's be honest about it.
I admitted it was a miscommunication.
Like, Claire, do you remember our conversation earlier when I said thank you for apologizing? Because
no, exactly, babe. That's what I mean. Let's just leave her to it. Let Guy ask his question to Kay. Let's leave her to it, babe.
Sorry, Guy.
So, like the passport bro thing, this is all new to me. I kind of saw it on YouTube, right? And
don't watch that.
It's
fucking brain rot.
It is, but I'm a stand-up comedian, so I like to make jokes about things. So I found it something funny to make a joke about. But like, do you feel like those passport bros are going to different countries because the standards of American women are too high, or do you feel like
that's exactly
the whole?
I feel bad for the men in America, because literally, I always say this. I say this every time, that the 99% of women want the 1% of men, and the math does not add up. Like 99% of girls could not want 1% of men. Like everybody wants a high earner, 6-figure earner. That's already 35%. Over 6 foot, that drops it down to like 15%. Wants them to have a house already. That drops it down to like 5%. So yeah, it's tough. The girls in other countries don't settle for $1,000 and like potential.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So, like, if I go to, like, let's say I go to a country that's doing really bad and they're over there fighting over Snickers, and I come over there with a family pack of Snickers and I get the chick, does that make the girl want me, or does that girl want the family pack of Snickers?
Okay, so
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, how do you know if you're in love?
Since the beginning of time, women have always sought resources. Resources are necessary for survival. If you are going to get pregnant with somebody's baby, you're gonna need at least a roof over your head and transportation. So as long as a man can provide those two things in case your pregnancy ends up in bedbound or something, I think that you should be fine.
Okay,
You should be
I
okay.
would like to explain passport bros from my point of view because I've also seen this and I'm very well educated in this field. So the whole point of passport bros is yes, men do typically get sick of women in the West, therefore they choose to go to other countries and find spouses. Now, yes, the whole income stuff does play a big deal into it because obviously, if you're from a Western country like the US and the UK, your money will go a lot further. But the other reason why is because these women still hold on to while they are very well educated, they tend to hold on to traditional values and they tend to have a more realistic mindset in terms of what they expect from a man. You see this with you get a lot of Polish and Eastern Europeans coming over to the UK, and their standards are their mindset is very different compared to women who are actually born here. So that does also play that is pretty much it. Is they're just kind of, I wouldn't even say necessarily better quality, but they're kind of going for someone who again has a more realistic approach of what they expect from a man. I can tell you from anecdotal experience, that dating American women versus dating a girl from China or dating a girl from Czech Republic is completely different. They want completely different things.
Yeah, I'm realistic. I think realistic is gonna get you way farther in life. Men are more realistic than women are.
And then another one is if you want to talk into that as well, even dating women who are older, so women who are in their 40s and late 30s, 40s, and even 50s, will tend to have a lot more of a realistic scenario of what they expect from a man compared to a girl who is probably 18 to 25 or maybe even 30.
Yeah, the girls that I talk to that are older than me, they say that they have a hard time dating, but the young girls that I talk to don't want to settle down. And realistically, we think we have all this time, but when I do talk to older women, they say, no, you don't have all this time. When you get my age, 35, the pickings are slim. It's slim pickings.
Yeah.
So I just wish that people were more realistic, and yeah, the truth hurts. But like I say, when guys tell you what they want in girls to do, or they're trying to actually give good advice, same with older women trying to give younger girls advice. I wish that it wasn't so frowned upon, people were scared of the advice and just took the advice instead of being in their feelings about it.
Okay, cool.
I'll personally say this. So
one second.
the people that are
sorry, 1 second. I just want to read this comment. I just want to read this comment out here by AH here. So if you are free to have standards yourself, and people are free to have those standards as misogynistic and insecure. Well, then again, here's the thing with that. Again, no one's really kind of come up to it for an opinion to define the insecurity or misogyny. Obviously, you've had someone, we've had some wild claims about, being a p3d0 if you want someone who's this, that, and the third. And someone talked about hairless. Well, to be honest with you, that
was the same person, babe.
Yeah, I know, and I don't want to mention any names. Look, as far as hairless goes, I think most guys want women who are hairless because it's more of a hygiene thing, really, to be honest with you. Hair just kind of puts a lot of people off, which, I'm kind of the same. I don't like hair.
I think it's a visual thing. I think it's more of a visual.
I'm just happy for vagina. I don't care if it's hairless, not hairless. I don't care if it got braids. I don't care if it worked 2 jobs or don't work at all. I'm just happy for it. But I'm older. I'm 44.
Is lucky.
Yeah, I'm 44. But the new generation that still has hope and dreams and want to be married and have kids, y'all telling me I ain't never having no grandbabies at this point. That's what y'all telling me.
Pretty much.
Okay, I'm going to address that person on the panel. The person above Guy.
Slim Pickens.
I'm not going to lie. I don't want to say your name because it sounds quite rude.